Here's another key to your transcendence. You have to accept who and or what the true Yahweh Shai really is for us all. It's another key to your transcendence right there. The thing, here it is. It is gain knowledge of self, knowledge and awareness of self, absolute knowledge and awareness of who and or what you all truly are. Second, accept it. Same message. Third, reject any and all things trying to take you out of this character, meaning defend yourself, fight back against the evil trying to destroy you. And then finally, dominate the area you are in, meaning keep evil out of the space, out of your space, forever. The same blueprint. But the thing is, in order for this to work, you all have to accept that the King of Kings, Yahweh Shai Yahuwah Yeshua, is the internal cosmic father, meaning the power that gave Yeshua his life, that gave that vessel when it was born into this world in the years of in the BC era years, in that short life that he lived, as you said, my brother. Within that time frame, the power that was giving Yeshua his ability to live, that power is the true Most High God. That power that was within Yeshua's vessel, that power in which gave him his ability to be born through Mary into the world, that power in itself is the true Most High God. But then there's another level to it though, a level in between, meaning the power in which, or should I say the spirit in which incarnated itself through Mary to exist into our world as who we know of as Yeshua, or Yahweh Shai, or Yahusha. Said being there, that entity in which incarnated through Mary into this world, this said spirit, is also an avatar. Goes a layer deeper. It is also an avatar, but an avatar of what? The absolute, true, most high God. The power in which feeds prana energy and or what we can consider Brahman, Brahmann, Brahman energy into the universe itself. Brahman or prana. Brahman energy and or prana energy feeds it into the universe to give birth to that avatar there. Me personally, I consider the avatar as Lord Brahma and Vishnu in one. It's what I consider the Most High's avatar. That's just me, personally. Believe whatever you want. And then said Brahma Vishnu avatar is what incarnated itself through the Virgin Mary into our world. This is just what I personally believe. No, it was not Yahweh. It was not Allah. It was not Yahweh. It was not Ma'at that incarnated herself through Mary into the world. No. It was the Most High's vessel, Brahma Vishnu, that incarnated himself into the world as who we know of as Yeshua, or Jesus Christ. The fastest way, accept that Yeshua and everything that is a constituent of Yeshua as the eternal God. That's the fastest way to fully accept the transcendence. But you got to know who Yeshua is, though. We've been getting taught about him our entire lives. I'm sure we know some things about him. He's all for balanced knowledge and protection. He's all for love. Did you know that balance and peace go hand in hand? Peace and balance go hand in hand. Why do I say this? Check it out. The definition of peace. What peace literally means. Freedom from disturbance. Freedom from disturbance. Meaning nothing disturbing you at all. Nothing touching you or knocking you off of anything at all. freedom from disturbance, tranquility, freedom from wars or physical period where war has ended. And then the word balance simply means to keep someone or something upright and steady. If there is nothing disturbing you, then nothing will be able to knock you off of your balance, you see. Nothing will be able to knock you off of being steady. You all are literally an extraordinary race. I want to share this with you. Peace and balance. After those statements there, you have to accept that Yeshua, the true King of Kings, is all about peace and balance, love and righteousness, ensuring that everything remains right within the good, ensuring that everything remains steady and upright within the good. That's what Yeshua is all about. The true Yeshua meaning. The faster you accept that, the faster you transcend. But here's another thing though. Everything regarding chakra, Ra, the sun god, right? Yeah, there's a Ra inside of chakra as well, in case you didn't notice it. But everything involving those chakras involves King Yeshua, the true King of Kings. Because remember, he's a cosmic father. The real Yeshua, or your Jesus, he's a cosmic father, you see. Cosmic father. So, meaning everything about the cosmos is a constituent of the King of Kings. Constituent meaning a part of a whole thing. So check it. The word chakra. I just want to say this to you real quick. I really want you to just notice, yo. I just want you to notice so much. I really do. Check it out. So the word chakra, what it literally defines as, if you look it up, each of the centers, in Indian thought, each of the centers, plural, meaning like multiple centers. Each of the centers of spiritual power in the human body. So in the sapien body, or in the Homo sapien body, in the human body, usually considered to be 7 in number. Why usually? Carl Jung. Because what is it really? It's about 114 of them, not just 7. But it's usually considered to be 7 in number. And then as far as the 7, it's actually 7 majors, and those are the roots, the sacral and the solar and the soul and so forth. The 7 majors, and then you got the 15 aspects that are connected to all of them. Like, for example, the sun in the sky, the literal sun in the sky being an aspect of the third eye chakra. Yeah, so like the sun in the sky is a literal piece of your brain. Isn't that fascinating? Like every day you can look up and see a piece of your brain right there. Every day, just to prove to you how powerful you are. I mean, the element of the third eye chakra is light. There's only one type of natural light in this world, the sun. I mean, do you see how many other natural lights do you know of? Are there any other natural lights? Because from what I'm seeing, all these street lights, those are all artificial, man-made, electronic and whatnot. How is the sun? I was having a conversation with a good brother of mine. He brought up something. Now see, due to my understandings of prana and brahma and things of that nature, this is how the sun is able to have what appears to be fire. But the good brother, he made a point. He was wondering, like, how does the sun have flames when there's no air and space? How does the sun have fire when there's no air and space? That's what he was saying. Good brother. And I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, I guess you kind of have a point. I mean, just like sound can't travel in a vacuum, how can fire? There's no air and space. But then my understanding of prana, my understanding of how planets come with a line of air to ignite fire from upon, especially my understandings of how this planet is actually even made, I just took it with a grain of salt and thought to myself what he said later. He said next, he was like, I just consider it to be light. That's what I believe it is. This is what he was saying, what he was believing. He was just saying what he believed. He said he believed it's light. He just believes that the sun is light. That's what he believes. That's a good belief, you know? It's a good belief. Because guess what? That's what it is. That's what it gives us. It gives us light. Did you notice that technically the blacker you are, the lighter you are, or should I say the more enlightened you are, the more melanated you are, the more enlightened you are. I should have been born blacker than this. I really believe that. I'm slightly mad about it because it's like, man, I shouldn't have had any kind of eczema growing up. You know what I'm saying? All that eczema and whatnot that I had growing up, that happened to the mixture of my recessive. I have some recessive in me due to my grandmother's encounter with one of the recessive geneity kind. But whatever, moving forward. It's just that the light in the sky, the brother who I was talking to, he believes the sun, it doesn't have fire or anything on it. It's just a literal light. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with that. I'm with that in a way too. But I know the whole science behind it. But you most likely wouldn't believe me if I told you. I'm gonna tell you anyways. All the planets were made the same way the sun was. Just some were made in water and some were not. Believe whatever you want though. Every planet is a star. But check it though, right? The centers of spiritual power. Back to the chakras now. Back to the chakras. The centers of spiritual power. Spiritual power. Those two words right there. They should really tell you something. They should really tell you something. What should they tell you? A few things or a couple of things on how powerful you really are. Spiritual, being internal. Power, being external. What is spirit? Literally. Spirit is the non-physical part of everybody, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul. Now, it doesn't say everybody, it just says a person, but I like to consider it everybody because everybody's a person. Just simple. Simple math. But then you go a step further, yeah? And you think like, okay, so what is emotion then? If spirit is the seat of the other three. If spirit is just the non-physical seat power or the non-physical seat of the other three, then what are the definitions of the other three? Emotion, a natural instinctive state of mind. Now here's the actual definition first. I'm going to just say the actual definition. An emotion is a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from one's mood, circumstances, or relationships with others. That's what the actual definition says, but that's baloney. Because here's the thing, one's mood is external, one's circumstances are external, and one's relationships are external. All external. Those do not derive from the natural instinctive state of mind. How does a natural instinctive state of mind derive from your mood? How does a natural instinctive state of mind derive from your situations? How does a natural instinctive state of mind derive from your relationships with others? That makes zero sense at all. But here's the thing. That's what the definition tells you. Your emotion is. But in reality, in actuality, your emotion is a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from the natural instinctive state of mind. Meaning it's a power that derives from itself. Meaning it is what it is, literally. You can buy that if you want, though. But I just don't see how my mind derives from what's outside of me. I just don't buy that concept because it makes no sense. My mind is in me. My mind is, like the heart of hearts. What the mind is the mind of brains. Yeah, it's the mind of brains because your mind is non-physical and your brain is physical. But here, I'm going to finish this real quick. Natural instinctive state of mind deriving from the spirit soul seat to and through you to give you your abilities to function, Character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Did you know the literal definition of ego? It is a sense of self-importance. That's the first definition of ego. It's about two of them that when you look it up to see the one that first pops up in front of you. I recommend going to the library and getting an actual dictionary though. Stop being online so much. Get books. Books are better than internet stuff. Books are way better than internet. Get you some books. Study the actual dictionary. So no, that's a no for me as well. But when you look up the word ego, energy go, you can have a balanced ego or an imbalanced ego. I recommend a balanced ego at all times. So here's the thing. Ego, it means a sense of self-importance. So you can have a balanced sense of self-importance. So that means you can have an upright and steady sense of self-importance. You see? You can have an upright and steady sense of self-importance. How can that make sense? Like, take those words, scramble them around, play with them however you like to. Then I'm going to try to give my example now. What does it mean to have an upright and steady sense of self-importance? Meaning you have a sense of a reality where there should be nothing in it knocking you off balance. An upright and steady sense of self-importance. Or should I say, you will have a sense of your current situation. You'll have a sense within your current situation that there shouldn't be anything in here trying to pointlessly and intentionally knock you off of your pivot, knock you off of yourself, knock you out of your character. Why? None of that needs to exist. That's ego, right? Y'all would consider that ego, right? See, you're bashing ego because you want the freedom to terrorize men. No, this ain't no victim mentality. I'm just calling it how I see it. I see what you are doing. I see why you bash ego the way you do. You just want the freedom to destroy men's lives that you don't like. Fool, we were not born to be what you don't like. We are at war. The more you keep trying to help the enemy destroy us, the faster we will all be destroyed. That makes sense to you. But see, I know when I get to the parts like this, though, is when the ideas or the care, it just dies. The care you all have for every word spoken in this field right here is just, it's nothing. It's not there at all. At all. Not even a little bit. I'm telling you what ego really is. A sense of self-importance. And I'm telling you how to have a balanced ego. For what the word balance really means, to be upright and steady. And what the word ego really means is a sense of self-importance. So to mean to have an upright and steady sense of self-importance. So meaning to have nothing around that's going to intentionally knock you off of your swivel and or knock you out of your character and or knock you out of who God intended you to be. Because you want to know another definition of the word ego? Part of the mind, responsible for reality testing. A part of the mind, responsible for reality testing. That's another definition of ego. What do you mean by a part of the mind, mental qualities, character? So ego is a part of character, right? Naturally it is, right? You have no idea what ego is. You just tear it apart all day. Because you don't want men to have it at all. You don't want men to have any portion of what their natural selves are, because it gives your rights and your women's rights or your race hate rights or your foul sexual rights to just terrorize their lives all day as freely as you want to. And the only thing you're targeting is the black man, of course. I don't see any other type of thing that you all structure this world to terrorize. There is nothing else this world is structured to terrorize other than the thing I am. This world is only built to destroy the black man and then teach you all to despise the black man for what the world is doing to destroy him. Moving forward. So character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. The mental qualities. What are all the qualities of the mental? Things like ego, a sense of self-importance, especially if you have a balanced sense of self-importance, meaning you have a sense of self-importance of remaining or while we're trying to remain upright and steady within that importance. Like, it's important for you to remain upright and steady. It's important. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree that it's important to remain upright and steady? Letting nothing and no one knock you off. Letting nothing trying to emasculate you. Allow nothing to succeed in emasculating you. Right? I need to land my chakra point though here. Each of the centers of spiritual power in the human body, usually considered to be 7 in number. 7 in number, all the 7 chakra gates, human body, the sapient species, and the spiritual power. Spirit is a non-physical part of everybody, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul. What is emotion? A natural instinctive state of mind. Another spot where ego is. Deriving from itself, meaning the spirit soul. So an emotion is a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from the spirit soul. An emotion in reality is a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from the powers of the spirit soul. But here, watch this though. I want you to get this right here. This is what I really wanted you to get. I'm about to get to it. Character is also the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Distinctive. So that means, and then the soul is the spiritual immaterial part of everything and everyone, regarded as immortal. So that means, and then the word power means the ability to do something. Simple as that, right? So that means that your chakras, so simply as put as this is what I wanted to get to you. Your chakras, those energy vortices that run along your spine, are your emotions and characters' abilities to do things. That's what I wanted to get to you. Yeah, the chakras in your body are your emotions, heart, soul, subconscious mind. Sub meaning subservient or under. That's what the sub and subconscious mind means. What's underneath, below, or subservient, serving, service energy, remember? The heart being in the soul or the subconscious mind or the emotion, the natural instinctive state of mind deriving from the spirit soul itself, all connected and all hooked up. And then you got the character, the mental, the spirit. Spirit is character and character is spirit. Did you know there was a Ra in character as well? Just like there's a Ra in chakra and a Ra in morals. Ra, Papa Ra, sun god. Notice that? Yeah, you're pretty awesome. Like, if you look up any positive word in any dictionary and you study it and master it, you just learn something more about yourself. Like, you are literal excellence. You are literal magnificence. You are literal extraordinariness. Superfluous. Extraordinariness is not a word. Well, it is now. So moving forward, no, I'm just kidding. But you are literally every good thing imaginable that you can possibly think of. And the chakras are literally the information in which gives you an understanding in regards to how your emotions and character have the abilities to do something. That makes sense to you. Your chakras are your emotions and characters' abilities to do something. The chakras are your emotions and characters' abilities to do something. Or your chakras are your spirit's emotions, character, and soul's abilities to do something. That's what the chakras are. That's what the chakras are. In the 7-dimensional thinking mind, once you master those 7 chakras and then the other 2 outside of them and how they coexist and how they work with them, you'll perform the soul fusion properly. Soul fusion. Humanity is going to be invincible when I'm done with it. Your reality will never be the same ever again when I'm done with it. Literally, never again will it be the same. Wait until you find out how truly, actually awesome you all really are. It's just unfortunate that you're going to have to fight to stay this way, because the reason why you forgot in the first place wanted to ensure you'd remain forgetful or remain with amnesia. That's why it attacks you night and day, to keep you in the state of low spirits. What spirit? Spirit is the non-physical part of everybody, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul. So low spirits means unpleasant emotions, the ability to put fear in your heart. Low spirits means low character state, meaning ignorance, nescience, a lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding, a lack of intelligence, black. Then low soul means a lack of control, no stoicism. The opposite of stoicism. Right there. When you lower somebody's spirits, you lower all four of those things at the same flipping time. All of them at once. They're all connected. So if you lower somebody's spirits, you lower all of those things I just said all at once. Yeah. When I tell you I cannot stand anything that lowers your spirits, and I abhor anything that lowers your spirits. So the only thing I'm going to keep on doing is raising your spirits. And what's the best way to do that? How? I mean, putting knowledge into the air that can also lighten you up, learn you up, strengthen your control up, soul, and polish the seat, raise the spiritual vibration. No polished problems. I don't want to give you polished problems like our sisters be doing on those, when I look at that Fresh and Fit Miami podcast there with the brother, with the Myron brother there. Our sisters be on that podcast, just be throwing out all they polished problems. My dear sister, you know darn well you can't stand not a single moment of this reality you are in. But you want to sit up here and give us all of your prideful quotes about these here things that you do with your body and or what you do with your career time. If only you knew what you were missing out on. I can't wait to tell you. But yeah, y'all just be on the Fresh and Fit Miami podcast, just spouting out all your polished problems. Not only that, but there's another one too, right? The what is it? The whatever, I think. Yeah, you all got a bunch of little creative little well, not little, but you're pretty huge, I guess, with the following and whatnot. Whatever floats your boat on making you excited about having what you have. Me personally, I just want to get this message into the world so the world can stop being evil. Everything else is just so mediocre to me, or remedial. It's just so small and insignificant in every way possible. The only thing I want to do is bring an end to the world's problem. Or at least help. Or like Brother 19 Keys said, get us on the right uphill battle. You follow what I'm saying? The right trajectory of fighting. Information like this will help this manifest. No polished problems. Polished spirit. The polished spiritual seat, where emotions and character in one sit as the soul itself, all together. That's all I wanted to say for this video, though. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May these words reach you all within superior grace. Oh, wait. I wanted to talk more about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, didn't I? And within superior benevolence. The subconscious mind, sub is a prefix which represents below or beneath, subservient service energy. Your energy serves you. Why not be like your energy and serve yourself with it? Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family. May that just make sense.